Circuit de la Sarthe for the 24-hour race. We have free practice, Q1, Q2 and Q3 coming up, followed by the drivers' parade on Friday, and then the race starts Saturday. I'm lucky again to be racing with Felipe and Paul. It's a good little trio. It's what we're going to take into WEC next year, so it's also good to keep it all the same for Le Mans. We're going to have another shot at it at the end of next year with the WEC season finishing at Le Mans this time next year. So hopefully we'll be able to do something this year, but if not, we can always come back next year. But we're aiming for a strong result here. We've built up towards it throughout Asia and the beginning of the LMS season this year with Philippe, so I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do. It's Friday today. Qualifying was last night. We did all right. We finished 7th, but I just learned that we have a place granted to us because of an exclusion, and we were able to jump up 6th. Not too bad. I mean, overall qualifying doesn't really matter too much during a 24-hour race because anything can happen. In many ways, the race is like a lottery. You know, there's so much that can go wrong in terms of the car mechanically can fail. There's so many things that can go wrong with that. Even pit stops, you can make mistakes that way. So the qualifying's good in some respects. So we're at the front, but also it doesn't make a very big difference getting in that one position. Later on today, we've got the drivers' parade, which is probably the craziest point of the weekend, aside from the race, maybe even crazier than the race, because you get to see the thousands and tens of thousands of screaming fans just before the weekend, so they're pretty amped up to see us. We're at the drivers' parade today. This is a good opportunity for the fans to see the drivers and then get loads of free merchandise, hats and t-shirts, all that good stuff. It's quite enjoyable for us as well to see all the fans. You know, there's tens of thousands, if not 100,000 fans at the event today. It gives us a good impression of how many people actually turn up to this event.
A bit crazy. It always is the same every year. People are going nuts for it. It's not as nice as it was last year. It looks a bit ominous at the moment, a few grey clouds about, so hopefully it stays dry. I think the forecast is for it to be dry, so fingers crossed. But yeah, generally feeling pretty similar to last year. Huge crowd here, you can hear them chanting in the background. Generally feels quite good and comfortable. I think the nerves are going to settle in a few minutes. Philippe's going to start the race, then it's going to cycle to Paul and me, and then we're going to continue that cycle basically throughout the race and try and minimise the amount of times we have to actually do the driver changes by quadruple stinting each driver for as long as possible, and then hopefully have some tyres left over at the end to really push.
Yeah, it was good. First stint was okay. The pace got quicker as we went along because the balance wasn't quite perfect, and it took me a little bit to adjust to it. And also, I find I'm always a little bit cautious in my first stint, but even throughout that first stint I got through, which was good. In the night the balance came towards us, towards where we normally left it. Yeah, I think the car was probably more balanced in the night than it was in the day. But we knew that, and we tried to compromise between the two, knowing that we had to run more in the day. So there was a bit of a compromise, but generally the balance of the night was quite good. So I was happy with that stint as well. The pace was strong enough. We had a couple of issues that took some time. We had a window come off the door into place the whole door, and a drive-through for Philippe. So a couple of those things pushed us back a bit and lost us around a lap. With those two things combined, but generally I think we did a very good job this week. I think the team's done a really excellent job with the car. I mean, not many people could have seen the window falling out of the door as being the main issue, so mechanically apart from that the car was sound. The drivers didn't make any mistakes apart from the drive-through, which was on the border of too harsh, so generally the drivers didn't make mistakes, so that was the important thing, and that's what we came here to do. Is we came here to have a clean race, because I think that's the real way that we can challenge for a podium. I don't think we have the outright pace to challenge for podiums or even the win, so we had to be absolutely perfect and clean, and unfortunately the people that won, congratulations to them. Alpine, they did a very similar job. They stayed consistent and they were quick, so just that little bit of pace missing, and otherwise we would have been on the podium.